Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. Before we get started, I need y'all to pray for somebody, please. Please pray for Irene Harding. Thank you, Irene Harding, for becoming a sinner. So everybody needs to pray for Irene, because Irene hit the join button, hit the link in the description, became a sinner, became a member, became one with the choir. So thank you so much, Irene. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. And today we have the weekly preview for December 14th, 2020. A weekly event, Damnation Alley. Ends in 6 days, 19 hours, 21 minutes. Let's get started. Damnation Alley, new epic troop, Herald of Damnation. Get this troop with glory from the rewards tab of the shop. Event ends in 6 days, 19 hours, and 21 minutes. New legendary troop, Baphomet. Get this new legendary troop only with event keys this week. Nice. Guild War. Help your guild win the war. Tower of Doom. Defeat dooms and gain points for your guild. Build a team from a color, red, and search for the dooms. Ferocity. Events. Week of Daemons. All Daemons gain 10% to their skills. Week of Knights. All Knights gain 10% to their skills. Are there any Knight Daemons? And bonus glory, probably the new guy. Use the Herald of Damnation in PvP to gain 5 glory. Is that what they do? Do they give the new troop 20%? Or 20%? Maybe that's what they do. I'm just now figuring out this game after all this time. Alright, let's get into the Soulforge. So we're going to be doing Soulforge events. We're going to make some quick teams for the weekly, or for the Tower of Doom, I guess. And the faction assault tomorrow. I'll go ahead and let you know a team in case you want to get a jump on it. Event key drop table, the new troop in the shop, all that good stuff. The Arcane tradestone, the summoning stones, everything. But starting with the Soulforge and the mythics. Troops. And we have Mambasira. Aquaticus, Phoenicia, and Arachnean Weaver. These are amazing, and all borderline top 10s almost, especially these two right here. So my order would be, wow, Mambasira is probably going to be last, and she's not even that bad. I'm probably going to go with Arachnean Weaver as my number 1. 20 yellow, green, purple, elf monster from Zalkari. Web all enemies, deal 44 true damage to the last 2 enemies. If an enemy dies, explode 15 gems. Been really good in those world events with spell damage, because it does true damage, and then it explodes if it kills. So with all that extra spell damage with the metals in those events, it can one-shot and then explode. It also has Stealthy, Impervious, and Creeping Doom, so really good traits. Creeping Doom, 75% chance to summon a web spinner when an enemy dies. And web spinners are really good in first slot, and when you summon, most of the time it's into first slot. So, really good. Very close to a top 10 mythic. I think I have it in my top 10, but I'm not 100% sure. So, for this video, I'll call it like a top 10, 12 type mythic. So if you have the Wild Queen, High King Iron Gut, the ones I always say, if you already have those, the top 5, then think about maybe getting this one. It's kind of like TPK from last week, except for maybe even a little bit higher, like 1 or 2 spots higher even. Next up is Phoenicia, 24 red, green, yellow, Suncrest, Elemental Strix. It deals damage to all enemies boosted by red gems and burning enemies. If there's a firestorm, deal double damage. And it has a 50% chance to burn a random enemy at the start of my turn. This keeps creeping up. It was never a top 10 mythic until recently. It's been creeping towards that designation with its quick clear ability, its half mana start, 3 Nisha medals. This thing clears dungeons in one shot, clears pet battles, a lot of it in one shot, all the way up to like the 6th battle. It clears difficulty 5 Explorer in one shot. It's just really good. It's a big, bad, and bougie Rowan. Like, when you get to be towards the end of the game, you stop using Rowan and you start using Phoenicia. Next up, Aquaticus, 24 green, blue, yellow, Merlantis Elemental Mystic. Deal 42 light splash damage to 3 random enemies, explode half the blue gems on the board. And it has a submerge all allies when matching 4 or more gems. It's pretty good. It's in that Infernus, Aquaticus, Obsidius, you know, whatever you want to call it. So it's pretty good. It's probably the worst of those 3, but those kind of troops are good. So, you know how when we say the doomed weapons that are good are the ones like Doomed Blade, Doomed Axe, Doomed Glaive, and all those. Well, this is kind of, you know, there's Infernus, Aquaticus, Obsidius, you know, and this is probably the doomed crossbow of those. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the best, but it's still pretty good, and it's probably a top 25 mythic, top 20. Mambasira just came in the game a couple months ago, so this might be the first time it's been in the Soulforge, if you didn't get it when it came in. 24 purple, green, brown, Mist of Scales, Daemon Naga. Deal a range of damage to 6 random enemies based on your magic. And all green allies gain 1 to all stats at the start of each turn. They've been putting out a lot of these mythics lately. It's their thing right now. Mambasira. What was the one last week? Pan, I think, right? So Mambasira, Pan, Tina. There's a lot of them that have been doing this. Damage to... a lot of damage to a lot of different enemies. So where if it hits the same enemy like multiple times, it could kill, but it's not guaranteed. So we always go back and forth on whether they're good or not. We'll look at it, say, oh, that doesn't look that great. We'll use it. It'll destroy something. We'll say, ooh, this is better than we thought. And then over time, it goes back down a little bit. You know what I mean? So not bad, but not great. Same with Aquaticus. They're around, you know, I think Aquaticus is probably a little bit higher than Mambasira, though. So yeah, they're in the order that they're in here. Arachnean Weaver, then Phoenicia, then Aquaticus, then Mambasira. If you have 3 Nisha medals, Phoenicia might get a boost. Especially, I guess if you have 2 Nisha medals. Because then you can start using it for the quick clear. So it gets a little boost. If you have only 1 Nisha medal, then Arachnean Weaver is definitely number 1. So I want to say Arachnean Weaver is number 1 just because it all depends on your medals for Phoenicia. You need Nisha medals to make her work. So she needs some extra bougie stuff to work. She is very high maintenance. Alright, what kind of legendaries do we have? Ooh, Quillin. Or Keylin, however you say it. That's probably number 1. I don't even really have to... yeah. Keylin. 18 red, yellow. Shintang, Divine Beast. Convert purple gems to red and brown gems to skulls. Bless 2 random allies. And it summons a light storm at the start of battle and gives all allies 1 magic on 4 or 5 matches. It goes with Divine Ishbala, Quillin, Moonrabbit team with Rope Dart, or Doomed Axe, or whatever the heck you want to use with it. Really good, and that is a very, very good team. It's full of legendaries and not mythics, so a really good legendary team, perhaps one of the best in the game. I don't know. There's a few good legendary teams. That might be a video I need to make. But, you know, Divine Ishbala Quillin, Glaceon King Bloodhammer, Yaogwei Queen Titania, there's a few of them. Who would be second, though, here? I don't know. Definitely not Summer Imp. This guy's newer. I don't know about him. Keeper of Souls. I don't know. I'm gonna say Smashed Mouth. 14 red, green, Zacian, Goblin Giant. Deal 32 damage to an enemy and knock them to the back. Drain 7 mana from all enemies below them. Gain an extra turn. And the most important thing about this troop is he is the 6-month badge for my members. So if you see a member with this guy as their badge, then they have been a member for... or maybe it's a 3-month badge. I don't know. But they've been a member for a long time if they have this badge. The only one above that probably is the Dragon God Ishtara. Bleed and silence the first enemy when I deal skull damage. So not great. It's a newer legendary though, so you might not have it. So there he is. The only one I'd recommend, maybe, this is a borderline, but Keylin, if you have Divinish Bala, Moon Rabbit, and Rope Dart, then Keylin might be a craft for you. Alright, between Summer Imp and Keeper of Souls, I'm going to go with Keeper of Souls. 15, brown, purple, Keytar, Undead. Transform all gems of a chosen color. 2 skulls. This might even be better than Smashed Mouth, but it's really close. It has Necromancy, gain 50% bonus souls from battle. So you'll see people making some weird teams with it just to get that Necromancy and do some soul farming because they don't have Ferrous Ra. Soul Legion, 50% chance to summon a white when an enemy dies. And then Summer Imp, 12 yellow. If you don't have the imps, they're hard to get because they're only out in certain seasons. So the Summer Imp only drops during summer. The Winter Imp only drops during winter. You know, the Imp of Love only drops like in February, March, or something like that. And then, what's the other one? Spring Imp. So, Autumn Imp. There's a lot of imps. There's like 5 of them or something. Deal 30 scatter damage and create 7 red gems. If an enemy dies, gain 8 magic. Gain 8 magic on yellow gem matches. And it's got an air link. The imps are never that good unless you get them like super early in the game. I remember getting Imp of Love like really early in the game. Like, I think I started the game around that month and they like gave it out for free for some reason. I don't know. Or maybe I just accidentally got it. Okay, let's see. So that's everything in the Soulforge. So my takeaway is Arcane Weaver or Phoenicia are decent crafts if you have the other top 5 mythics. Which one of the top 5 is Zul'Goth, so really it's only 4. High King Irongut, Ferrous Ra, the Wild Queen, and Ketris. But there's other ones like Tina, TPK, Arcane Weaver, Phoenicia. Like there's a few up there. I still need to make that top 10 so we can go over the 6 to 10 and put them in order. Alright, so what do we got for weapons? Scythe of the Blight. Remove all red gems. Deal 37 damage to an enemy, boosted by gems removed. If the enemy is from Blighted Lands, deal double damage. Soul Reaper. Deal 39 damage to an enemy, boosted by Blighted Lands allies, then create a mix of 6 red and purple gems for each Blighted Lands ally. Death Spire. Deal 18 damage to all enemies, boosted by all enemy towers. Fire Staff, deal 41 damage to an enemy, deal double damage if there is a firestorm, create a firestorm. Excuse me. So there's a lot of stuff that's always going to be in here. Dustspringer is going to always be in here from now on. Soul of Zathenos, Heart of Zathenos, Dawnstone, Dawnbringer, Broken Guard, Shattered Blade, Eye of Zathenos. So those are just things that are always in there that help you make Dawnbringer, Zathenos, and Duskbringer. Doomed Staff. Create 4 yellow gems, plus 1 per tempering level. Red Staff creating yellow gems. Give 38 armor to all red allies. If the enemy has a Doom, eliminate all armor from a random enemy. That's weird. Okay, so that is everything. Main takeaway is Arcane Weaver and Phoenicia, plus Keylin if. The Phoenicia and the Keylin are if. Like, Phoenicia is if you have multiple Nisha medals and you want to do the quick clear, you want to upgrade your Rowan. And the Keylin is if you already have Divinish Bala, Moon Rabbit, and Rope Dart. That'd probably be the only times I'd craft those 2, but they are good if you are in that situation. They are good. They are used. I'd use both of them. I don't use Arcane Weaver, funny enough. I need to start using it. But I do use Phoenicia and Keylin, for whatever that's worth. Alright, so event key drop table is Blighted Lands. I only have 26 keys, of course. I need to really start getting more event keys. So let's look at the drop table for Blighted Lands. I think it's pretty terrible. Base rarity. Show all, because I definitely don't have the new one. We have Amnesia. She's terrible. We have Baphomet. Deal 38 damage to 3 random enemies. If the enemy is burning, deal double damage. So another one of those random multiple hit enemies that they keep making. Deal triple skull damage versus burning enemies, though. It'd be nice if he had a burn. You know what I mean? Because he deals double damage versus burning and triple damage versus burning. So he really has to be with somebody that does burn, or he's worthless. But maybe it's good with a burning teammate. Dark Monolith, not good. Infernal King's okay, but not used that much anymore. So, very terrible kingdom for event keys. Hellcat's okay. Lamash 2 is okay. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I would definitely hold on to your event keys unless you're going for the new legendary, which is, this is the only way you can get it, is with the event keys this week. So good luck with that. I mean, it's not that hard to get a legendary with event keys. I mean, if you have like 100 or 200, you should be okay. I could try to get it on video, but I'll probably wait. Let's see. So we need to do the shop now, so it's going to freeze. Alright, and we're back, so let's go over this new troop. I got a weird message that said the PS4 store was under maintenance or something. But Herald of Damnation. We get Arcane Lava Tradestones, and 2 of them, so that's good. Let's get this guy. He looks really cool. I don't know why, but I really like that troop art. I say that all the time. If I ever am making fun of them for their predatory practices or their typos or the updates this year, which nobody liked any of them except for like 1 out of 7. If I'm ever making fun of the developers, the one thing I can say is that their troop art is really good across the board almost all the time. 95% of the time they have pretty good troop art. So whoever does their art, nothing but good words for them. Alright, so 12 red, brown, Blighted Lands, Daemon Knight. Convert blue gems to purple, curse and burn the strongest enemy. And it starts battles with full mana, so it's a empowered convert, which is always good. Blue gems to purple, so what do we use that's purple? I don't know. Purple, like Obsidious and, I don't know, Life and Death. Purple, 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 purple. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But, pretty good. One of the better ones. Like, you can't say this is bad, because it's empowered converter, so you can always use those for something. So that's good. And the stone is Arcane Lava Tradestone, so let's go check those out. Let's get my Spoils of War, though, so I don't forget. Get those 10 event keys. Maybe you can get the legendary off of those. Okay, so let's check out this tradestone. What was it? Red, was it red, yellow? I already forgot. That's crazy. Is the shop gonna freeze again? I hope not. That'd be funny. What am I doing? I already forgot. That's pretty bad. Red, lava. Red and brown? Is that brown? Red and brown. It always looks like orange, but there's no orange, so it has to be brown. Alright, red and brown. What kind of troops do we have for this? Base rarity, not Blighted Lands. Do all. Not all Seeing Eye. All kingdoms. Show all. Base rarity. All colors. Okay, so mythics such as Guard's Avatar, Ketris the Bull, which both of those don't really need to be fully traded, but Megavore, Death Below, 8% chance to kill the last enemy on 4 or 5 gym matches. I still don't have Mother of Darkness. Obsidious, stun all enemies on 4 or 5 gym matches. That's very important. Tina 9000, add 50% of armor to skull damage and spell block Reduce damage from spells by 50%. Alright, here we are into the ones that are definitely use this trait stone. King Bloodhammer, summon a Doomstorm when an enemy dies. You definitely need that for your King Bloodhammer Glaceon team. You want that Doomstorm. Gargoyle, reduce damage from skulls by 50%. Ragnagord, start battles with 50% mana. So not a bad one. Not a bad trait stone if you need it. Anything else here? Alchemist. Tigraki. You can get your Tigraki fully traded. Yeah, so I would say Tigraki, Gargoyle, King Bloodhammer. And depending on which mythics use that stone, Tina, Obsidious for sure. If Obsidious uses the stone, then it's definitely the most important because of the stun all enemies on 4 or 5 gym matches. Megavore also pretty fun trait there. And yeah, that's about it. So what is next? Next would be the events, right? So let's see what we got. The faction assault. So we have the guild wars, of course. So do your 24 different defend troops. Do your sentinels if you do sentinels. You can do the 2 sentinels if you don't want to spend any gems. Anything past 2 spends gems. So we have Tower of Doom today. Guild wars you need to start thinking about, but there's no battles until tomorrow. Then we have the faction assault here. Let's go see if I have a team for that to give you an early team. Amnithrax, that is King Gobtruffle's faction. So you could probably use him there. Let's see what yeah, King Gobtruffle team, basically. Forest Troll, King Gobtruffle, Doomed Glaive, or Doomed Club. Doomed Glaive is better than Doomed Club, but Doomed Club is a really good replacement. That's what I would recommend. So your early recommendation there. And what is on Wednesday? Wednesday we have Pet, the Hell Puppy. So if you need more copies of that, use your key team, use your Phoenicia, use your King Gobtruffle once again, stuff like that. Thursday, class event for Diabolist. Not bad, not good. It's right in the middle of the road. So I'd get your 25 free gems. Not, free in quotations. You gotta spend the time to get them. And then Friday we're gonna have an invasion, so a tower event. With a cool new weapon that's kind of like the Koboltine Wand, so watch out for that. I'm going to talk about it all week because it's very important. It should be, at least. Probably the best thing we're getting this week, other than the stuff in the Soulforge, like Arcane Weaver, Phoenicia. It might even be, I don't know, better than those, but not really. I don't know. Anyway. So, now we need to go do the world event and the no campaign. I'm so happy. So, no campaign. Tower of Doom. Let's go make a team for this. I think I already have it in mind. I need to go see what if they're scouting or not. Yeah, they're not doing every single room. They just never listen. I guess I never say. I only said it a couple times, so. Unlock 2, floor 1. So, unlock 2, unlock 4, unlock 5. I should just do all the rooms. If they're not going to do it, I should freaking do it. But it feels like such a waste. Once somebody's already going that far, you don't know if they already went through all the rooms or not. So then you feel like you're wasting gems and sigils since they already did it. It's like, do you just go ahead? Some of these are. I mean, you never know if they're doing all of them or not unless they put all of them in there. Anyway, if you have a scout and they actually listen to you, tell them to do every single room. They're not helping if they're only doing unlocks. They're not helping. I mean, they're helping a little bit, so it's hard to tell them they're not, but... And they're spending their gems, but... So unlock 2, unlock 4, unlock 5. 2, 4, 5. I always feel like I sound like an a-hole whenever I say this, but... Let's go ahead and buy up in the shop to the weapon. As the PS4 tries to take off into space like SpaceX. I should just do that. I should just do every room. I might do that, but not right away. You know what I'm saying? Not in this video, but... I don't know. It just seems like such a waste. Doom Staff. We already talked about that, so we don't need to look at that. But definitely try to buy up to the weapon, just so you can get that. But yeah. I already forgot. Was it 2, 4, 5? 2? Okay. Edit team. So, let's do base rarity. So whenever there's a Tower of Doom, you can always use, like, your Guild Wars team. So you could use your red Guild Wars team if you can't think of anything else. You got your Guild Wars team, probably. Because the restriction is just red. That's it. So you could use your red Guild Wars team if you have nothing else. But I'm going to look for, Ferocity. There he is. My favorite... I think this is my favorite Guardian. Used to be Finesse, but... I really like, Ferocity. It just seems to have more center... I don't know. It doesn't have more... It's just more powerful, I think. And what else? Rage Reaver. You gotta get this weapon if you don't have it. Rage Reaver. I just love this team, so... And it'll definitely go all the way up the tower. Then you do Shaman class. This makes me want to get Shaman class leveled up, too. But I gotta do, I'm almost done with Slayer. So close. I'll definitely be done by the next Vault event, for sure. I thought I'd get it done last time. Oh, I just did Slayer. What am I talking about? Come on, idiot. You did Slayer, not... There you go. So, Shaman. So you can be a Taurus. So your whole team is Taurus. Rage Reaver makes a bunch of red, so you can get extra turns for the last trait for Ferocity, which gives you a bunch of stats. People will try to take off of Ferocity and put something else on there. Don't do that. Don't do that, please. Double red, brown, purple. I mean, you can if you want to. If it's working, it's working. I mean, if you like doing that, you like doing that. Whatever. But my suggestion would be just to do this. Exactly this. And if you don't have Rage Reaver, there's other weapons that make red. Flamifer, Summer's Fury. Just find another weapon that makes red, or use Mountain Crusher, EOE. What's the new one? Cobaltine Wand. You know, a Boreal Crystal. Whatever you want to do that explodes. But the best one is Rage Reaver, 100%. Then probably Flamifer. Then maybe Summer's Fury. Then, like, the Exploders. Those are just for people that have every excuse in the book not to have the right weapons. So, I mentioned those too. You really just want to get Ferocities up in this early going. Because, watch this. Bang, bang. That was very quick. Unlock scroll. See if I can remember. 2, 4, 5, right? That's so bad. I want to hit every room so bad right now, but we just don't. We're on a video. Just to, like, do it. Just to, you know. So annoying. Like, do it the right way. Even though, if they're going to do it the wrong way, then I'll just come behind them and do it the right way. Like, fix their work. But you never know if they're doing it the right way or not, so you sound like an a-hole. Because they could be, and maybe they're just not putting down, like, the armors and the ones that aren't good. But they should, just to let you know that they're doing every room. They should. They should mark down every single room just so you know that they're doing every single room. It's like your proof of your work. You know how you do a math problem? And you get the right answer, and the teacher says, you know, put your proof down of your work, so they know you're not just using a calculator? That's what I want to see. I want to see proof of your work. And that sounds like I'm being extra, but I just want to know that you hit every room, and that there's nothing good in those rooms. Because if there's a luck scroll in those rooms, then you just did it wrong. If there's a luck scroll in any of the rooms you skipped, if you got the unlock on 2, like say that first floor, the unlock was in 2, and that's the first room you did, and you got lucky, and you didn't have to do these other 3 rooms. Let's say you did this room first for whatever reason, and it was the unluck scroll, and then you went straight to the boss. So you skipped this room, and this room. You didn't scout properly. You didn't do them. You just, oh yeah, here's the unlock, guys. I figured it out. I'm awesome. Boom, go to this. What if there's a luck in here? In a really easy early floor? Lucks are worth 2 dooms. Way more than the unlock. And, you know, you're missing out on 2 dooms. Which could make it so you don't have to go as high up in the tower. Which makes everything way easier than just going super high like an idiot. And then that's the other problem. People going up to like floor 50. You don't need to. You only need to go to floor 26. If everybody in the guild would go to floor 26 like they should to get all their weapon scrolls, then we wouldn't need people going to floor 50 for no reason. Unless everybody goes to floor 50, then we'll get extra stuff for the guild leaderboard. But we're not doing that. Some people barely do anything. So if one person goes to floor 50, that doesn't help. You're gonna scout stuff that other people are never gonna get to or care about. There's no weapon scrolls past floor 26. There's no reason to go that high. It's kind of dumb. Unless everybody's doing it. I don't know, just a pet peeve of mine. Do every single floor if you're scouting. Be a good scout. And record every floor. Don't just put down the unlocks. Because lucks are super important. They're more important than unlocks. Lucks are more important than unlocks. And it gets on my nerves when scouts just put unlocks. And I only know, like, you know, it is what it is. I quit. I said it like the first 3 Towers of Doom. Nobody listened, so I just quit. And now I say it on my videos. Sometimes, you know, the guild leader watches my videos, so maybe he'll get it. Instead of, like, sending me a message and arguing with me about how much I do, maybe he'll just realize, oh, he's saying the right thing, and maybe I should implement that in the guild. Or go vet it out or whatever. Go see if that's the right thing to do, and then say something to the guild, or not. You don't have to just believe me. But doesn't that make sense? If you hit every single room, and you find lucks, lucks are worth 2 dooms, unlocks are only worth 1 doom. And sometimes an unlock can be detrimental, because you get the unlock on 2, you skip the rest of the rooms, what if there's a luck in there? You could have got 3 dooms that floor, but you only get 1. So we're the 1 doom team instead of the 3 doom team. Our guild's going up the tower getting 1 doom, going super high like idiots, when we could be getting 3 dooms on floor 4 and being done with it by the time we hit floor 26. I don't know. It's a hard thing because there's different scouts every week, and they're spending their hard-earned gems and sigils and time to do it. But then if they're not doing it right, is that something you should say to them? But then again, they're helping. I don't know. It's kind of like holding the door open for you, but then letting go at the last second. Like they are trying to help, but then they smashed you in the door. But yeah, that's my Tower of Doom team and my mini rant. And what else? Is that it? Wait, that's all we got this week? That's awesome. So no stupid campaign to go over. If you want to read the campaign stuff, I think you can go to like your inventory maybe. I don't think I've showed this yet. Seal of Kurandara, Ancient Sarcophagus. So you can read the whole story right here if you didn't get to read it the first time. For both of them. So we've had 2 so far. Yes, it's been 20-something weeks now of this campaign crap. Went by quickly. And you can see what it looks like at the end, if you didn't get to see it. That's the beginning, that's the end. What's the first one? That's the beginning, that's the end. I wonder what the next one's going to look like. But, yeah, that's all I got for you today. Tomorrow we'll do some teams. I'll try to make, like, a mythic team for the Tower of Doom, even though I'll definitely use Ferocity the whole way, because I love Ferocity. I'll try to come up with some other team for people that don't have Rage Reaver, maybe. Maybe I'll try to do a low, mid, and a high. And then we'll do the Faction Assault and Guild Wars, maybe. It depends how it goes. If it goes terribly and I'm, like, breaking stuff, then I might not put it out. But if it goes super well and I score really high, I will, because then it's worth showing. I don't want to show a team that does bad. If it does good, I want to show it. If it does bad, I don't want to show it. So, it depends if I'll do Guild Wars or not. And if I go at least 4-1, I'll probably show it. But yeah, I'll do the Faction Assault, and I'll do hopefully more teams for the Tower of Doom, even though I'm super happy with the team I already got, and I already know it's awesome. Triple Ferocity, Rage Reaver, Phoenicia, and Arcane Weaver in the Soulforge, and Keylime. And look out for that new Legendary troop, and a new weapon coming on Friday that's pretty good. And the new Glory Shop troop's okay. It's an empowered converter, so can make you purple pretty quickly. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel, comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.